What's up, gamers? How's it going? It's John, and in this video, I wanted to check out two new games for the classic Intellivision. In my left hand, I have new Moonsweeper. In my right hand, I have Mad Bomber, also known as Kaboom. These games are by CollectorVision Games. I'll put a link below to the website for more information in case you guys want to check it out. Both games never reported to the original Intellivision console. If you guys never played the Intellivision or don't know much about it, I really encourage you guys to check it out. The Intellivision console classic system for sure. It was one of the most popular systems back in the early 80s. It came out before the NES, before the Nintendo Entertainment System, and a lot of great games for it. So definitely check it out. Without any further ado, what I'm going to do is open up both games, show you what's included with each game, obviously show you some gameplay, and go from there. Thank you so much for watching, and let's take a closer look. So now what I want to do, before I show you some gameplay and talk more about the game, I do want to show you what's included with each game that you get. Now, these are sold separately, of course. Moonsweeper, in this case, new Moonsweeper, never came out for the Intellivision, which is surprising. iMagic produced it and published it back in 1983. It was ported to consoles including the Atari 2600. CollectorVision came out for even the TI-994A Texas Instrument computer. ZX Spectrum came out for that computer as well, even the MSX. But never saw the Intellivision, which is weird, right? However, this is a great port. And I love the premise of this game. It's a typical space shooter, but very unique. Almost like Solaris in some ways. It's got kind of a 3D feel to it. The port is great for the Intellivision. You can see here in a second. Not only do you get the box, of course, you get some control overlays. The idea is you put these into the controllers, like old school overlays. It shows you the layout and the controls. Here is the game with sticker. And nice color manual as well. It shows you information about how to hook it up, gameplay, what options do, the points, etc. So there's 4 levels, 4 worlds, or moons in this case. Each moon is worth a different amount of galaxy points. Each one gets a little more difficult, right? So really cool, great port. So that is Moonsweeper. Next one is Mad Bomber, aka what many of you guys may know as Kaboom. Now this game is actually a 2-in-1 game because it also includes a game called Avalanche, which came out in 1982, or I'm sorry, came out in 1978. In the arcades, never saw a port on the home port, so never came out for the 2600. However, Kaboom was very heavily influenced by Avalanche, as you will see here in a second. Great game. Now, normally, like with the Atari 2600, you have the controller pad, the paddle. You don't have that in this case with the Intellivision controller. It does work fairly well. The controller is a little bit sensitive, though. It's got the disc, and this play well. It just takes a little getting used to. The idea of Kaboom is this guy is going to be dropping these bombs. You're supposed to catch the bombs back and forth. They get more fast, more difficult. Again, you have 2 overlays here. So those go in the controller. Nice little feature there. Here's what the game and the label look like. Mad Bomber. And again, a nice colored magazine once again with colored pictures of the game, options about both games, etc. so forth. So now let's take a closer look at each game. And let me know what you guys think. Thank you for leaving comments. And we'll take a closer look. Thanks. First, let's check out Mad Bomber. You can start game. There's credits you can check out who's worked on the game. This game, a handful of guys worked on this game. You have a game select to check out the intro story here. So the basic story is this guy is home alone and he's bored, so he decides to throw bombs. So kids, if you're watching this, please don't take example of this. This is not a good teaching moment for young children. But anyway, you can do options. You can change the background color. You can change the basket size, make it big or small. You can change the color of the bombs. Pretty unique options here in the game that you can do for the Intellivision. Let's stick with green. Now, game A is the standard game. Game B adds a little bit more gravity. So when Mad Bomber throws the bomb, it goes up a little bit and floats and comes down. Makes it a little bit more difficult to play. So think of game B being a little bit more difficult than game A. Obviously, the goal is to catch each bomb before it hits the ground. If you hit the ground, you basically lose a life. And if it happens 3 times, game over. So overall, really fun game to catch on. Very simple to play, which I enjoy. Obviously, you can just jump in and play really for most ages as well. Next one is Avalanche. As I mentioned before, this game only came out in arcades in 1978. Never ported any home consoles, so this is the first time it's been ported. Very influenced, or I should say, Kaboom is influenced by this game. Same premise, but a little bit different. There's these rocks, these boulders, and bigger rocks start falling slowly. You have a big thing, thing to catch, basically, and then as it goes on, the boulders get smaller. They turn into more rocks, and your platform where you're supposed to be catching these actually shrinks. So it gets progressively more difficult. But same premise, the object and idea is to not let these hit the ground. If they hit the ground once, you get 3 misses, game over, you get points for every time you catch. Every time you catch one of these is 2 points, these bigger ones. As they get smaller and more difficult to catch, you get more points. And as you lose a line there in your basket you're supposed to catch these in, actually gets narrower as well. So it progressively gets more difficult as you play. Still a great game, so it's really 2 games in 1. Next, I want to show you Moonsweeper. Really fun graphics. This is a good space shooter. There's 4 basic levels. The object, you can start with this game right here, and there's a moon. Once the moon contacts you, it turns to kind of a Solarius type game, and the object is to catch each of these miners. There's these guys in the shadow. They almost look like black shadows. You're supposed to catch each one of those, and once you catch 5, they can teleport back to out the moon. So the goal is to get as many points as you can. You have your basic 4 lives to do so, and save these miners. And make sure you don't kill these miners either, because that is an option as well. You can shoot these miners and they go away. You don't lose any points for doing that, but it's something to keep in mind. Really fun graphics. There's a satellite. You can't go up and down in this game, unfortunately. I feel like you should be able to go up and down. Unfortunately, that's not the case. So I've got all my miners now. I've got to find a teleport here. You'll see that it's in white. It's coming. There it is. I missed it. Oh, see, I kept shooting it too. Doesn't help. This is definitely one of the better. There you go. Hit it. Definitely one of the better ports of this game for sure. I think the CollectorVision port is probably one of the best. I think the objects can hit you once you're on this menu as well. But you get the idea. It gets more difficult. The objects get faster. The enemies get faster. And the goal is really to save miners and collect as many points as you can. Thank you so much for watching this video, guys. I really appreciate it. Thanks for the big thumbs up. Thank you for subscribing. We'll see you guys soon. Take care. And, of course, game on.